So here's my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. If I think this is the easy battle. Right here. This is the start off. This is the easy. If I can manage the easy fights, pick off a few of the extra people, chumps, and save Dallas towards the end of the fight, then I might have a chance here. No, that costs 3 AP. That's going to cost 3 AP. I think I might be able to pull this off. Healing cloak, get me out of there. Alright, Lanky. You got that, you got that. Alright. Oh, you missed. Don't miss. Alright. I'm gonna make sure not to hit Dallas. Ow! Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I need to... Bane right away, I think is gonna need some stuff. Need some stuff to help him out here. Alright, first and foremost. You get bipped. And then last second, you just do a little bit of a swing. This'll...
Glory is mine.
She's not too bad. I'll hit Brackus for a bit, but... Alright, you... I want my dragon summoned over there. You get summoned. Alright. Just start... But, oh yeah, because you've got that. Flame Tongue. Go. You get that. Then I want you to go over here, because then you can hit these guys. Right. You go up here, so that you can possibly hit them. Hit you with the Shadow Infusion, so you actually can do a little bit more. And then... Actually, you know what? Thane, you take the evading. Yeah, okay. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh, Brackus went up here. Okay. Ow. Miss. Oh, thank fuck. On that was a quick-lived little guy. Right. My turn. I'm gonna say, because I can't heal Thane myself, I'm gonna have to... Dallas is kind of low, but... manageable. I'm gonna fly over here.
Are you feeling poorly?
I call...
How?
Surprise! You kill him.
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon.
Confront.
Kill him.
Too late, you mouldering blights.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
You...
Yeah, I would. Alright. This is where shit's gonna be complicated now. If Thane is truly next right now. Okay, he always is.
My ally sends me a pet. Rolling come to
to your father, my
If truly Thane can act here, then we might have a chance to keep Thane alive. As long as the people that are getting summoned here. Okay, there's Isabel. There's Kem. No, he's the Sallow, whatever. Sallow fellow. And then Kem. And the Kraken's not going to take his action until... So, whatever. Alright. Kem is just walking all the way over here. Alright, but we do know that if we kill them, they do not get summoned back. So, killing every side character is going to be a good thing. Alright, good. You aren't going to do anything. Right. First and foremost, drink your poison. Then, I want you to move here. And then we're just gonna hit with more poison just to get ourselves that heal. Right. Dallas. Dallas, what are we going to do with you? Oh, I know. Hit you in the face. Then... that, okay. The Geist is going to be a problem. Lucian is also going to be a problem. I have no other summon. So... guy behind this person here. Nope, can't. Okay, but... Sawtooth? Double check this. Physical damage? Yeah, no. Bleeding, you start to bleed. And I am in a lot of pain over here. So what we're gonna do is, can we set a heal on somebody? No? Alright, we're gonna drink a potion for ourselves. That'll be our turn. Ow. Yeah, no, you're fine. Kem, we're gonna have to... Where's the Sallow guy? Sallow guy's right there. Ooh, you have a terrible hit chance for you. Me too. Honestly? Yes, Devour Corpse. Okay. What I want is for you to fly over here. Throw a fireball. Let me get an angle here. Let me get another angle. Fireball is actually a puny fireball. Alright, that's gonna have to be your turn. No, we got empowered by that. Oh well, unfortunate. Translocate and... Okay. As long as you're attacking them up there, I'm happy. Airborne Pandemic, don't worry, I can clear that. Yeah, you need to die. Ow! Thane. Alright. We're good? We're okay. We're okay. Alright, we need to get out of this spot here, so I'm gonna prayer over to here, and I'm gonna take some... that. I don't have that. I'm gonna say... I want to bless whoever's next. Who's next? Ooh, Fane is out of the way. Who's the double next? Fane. Fane's gonna get it. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna bless the prince. Oh, because it says poison. Oh, yay. Okay. Right. You need to move. Siphon poison. Who's poisoned? Who else is poisoned? Are you poisoned? Are you poisoned? Yes. Siphon poison from you. Okay, then we need to nether swap out of the fucking way with you and I'm gonna say Dallas. Get you out of there. Everyone that can see it gets a little bit of empowered. You need to survive. Haste yourself. Just keep buffing Fane. Fane, just live. Because without you, I don't think I can hit the Kraken. Fire. Nice. That's fun to play with. Alright, Kraken is going up. He's gonna shoot everyone over here. Fane versus the Kraken. That's gonna be a fun fight. Oh, good! You moved over here, so he doesn't have range on Fane. Fane might live! That guy's gonna die. Alright. Onslaught! That did not do as much damage as I thought it was going to. Now. Well, that guy's dead. Good! Alright. Sybil's turn. Dominate Mind. Don't think is going to be very effective, or can be effective here. Okay. Move right there. Oh yeah, because fire resistance. Alright. Hamstring you. You move a lot. Alright. Burrow. Can't burrow. I'm just gonna attack. Just keep stabbing at that guy, okay? That's good. Good for you. And you, Aragon, just keep doing that. Yes, and then Lucian, please just keep going after. Go after you. There's one leg. That's not good, but yeah, that's right. Keep moving, Salaman. Get hit, bitch. Hi, Isabel. Let's have some fun with you. That was not very effective. I don't think anyone's muted anymore. Yeah, that's right. You two just tussle it out. Right, you just go away. I don't know what you're doing. Alright, Fane. You have got your...
I'm ready.
Bless that. So all of that. Right, don't worry. Another one of us will bless the fire again. Steam Lance. Release steam of blessed steam, which heals characters in its path. Say Sybil needs it more. Ow. I don't know why I'm taking damage there. Oh, because it's normal healing. Fane doesn't heal from normal. Being undead sucks. Ring fellow. Thank you, Fane, for moving out of that way. Alright. We're fine. That's fine. We're actually kind of doing okay. Alright. You need to die. That's pretty good. No one around me. Do I want to bless somebody? No, bless... Actually, you know what, that's... Bless this, get rid of all the necrofire. Sybil... Nah. Sybil can probably do good. Oh yeah. Gain an immunity to fire. No, don't go after Fane. Ow. You bitch.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and... Oh, you don't... I took bless off of Sybil. Because I didn't think she needed it. Also, Shadow Infusion. Can I Shadow Infuse Lanky? No, only my own ship. Alright. Actually, just gonna... No. Nope, I'm stuck with what I got. That's not gonna be usable yet. You know what? Set another heal on Prince as well. Burrow. Range damage. Alright, yeah, you're the only one. There we go. Okay, you... Movement speed is 0. Why is my little Rick isn't crippled? You're you're actually useless at the moment. Sorry, Aragon. Yeah! Hit him. You two battle it out. I'll take the last hit on that. Alright, can I? No, that's not gonna work unless four more turns. Decays. No, I don't have the range on decay. Don't really have a range on much. Giant healing potion, that works. We'll do that. Then we're going to fly over here. And then take a swing at you. We're gonna go all in on it. Critical hit, beautiful. Yeah, you two have some fun together. Yeah, Thane went down. Lanky. That's not good. And then the Necrophire came back. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to use the Prince to revive. Prince is gonna have to revive. Words. Oh no. Thane. Prince is gonna have to revive Thane. Oh wait. Sybil. Sybil's gonna have to revive Thane. Yep, you get up. Come on. Thane. Okay. Where am I going to summon you? Where? When are you gonna take your turn? That's the question. That's a big question. Alright. Okay, you'll take it at the end. Okay, so the last person that does it can... Okay. Okay. So... Chem... is gonna need to die now. I'm being regened. I can't die. Yeah. Red Prince, get some dodge. Can't move, crippled. Alright. Firebrand. Just a little pop. Alright, that's all you can do though. Right. You do that the best you can. Do a little zappy there. I'm glad Fane was not in that area. You two just have at it. Have fun with that. Oh yeah, and I'm good. Okay. Right. Gain my armor. Gain that back. We're good. I have vision on you. I do have vision on me. So I'm gonna put you over here. And set a heal to go with it. Rax is almost dead, too. Oh, well, he just gained some health back. Alright, yes. Hit the people in this corner here. But I think I have an idea of what to do next. Quite a bit. just gonna be problems. I'm okay with that. Out. My turn. First, bless the fire. Holy fly. Holy fire. Holy moly. Second, Bone Lanky. Need you to burrow up here. Don't hit her, though, because Fane is attached to the hip. Thank you, Brat. Wow, that was... I didn't even do that! Here's a question. What do I need my sword for? Legend says it could a weapon that could even defeat the mighty Brachus Rax. Well, all right, I guess that's that then. Oh, the only one left is Lucian then. Ah, son of a bitch! I just realized if I focused on Brachus Rax, everything would have been fine. Oh my god! All right. Stuff that I need to remember for next time. Jesus fucking Christ. Wings. Flight. A very good flight path. Mr. Blobby. Hi. That. And then finally... Boop!
My time, it seems, is done. I never possessed such mastery of Source. I can only hope your choice is wise and true, Godwoken. I have made mistakes, but wisdom and truth, these are still values I believe in. And always did.
Dallis groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Here we stand, once more on the cusp of divinity. But this cup, so long thirsted for, I willfully let it pass from me. All my life has been a lead-up to this, to be the King of Kings, God of gods. I will not say it was in vain, but I will say it was vanity. If I were to chance upon my throne right now, I would sit down beside it, cast my glance to the horizon, and think of worthier things. I'd think of Sadher, my great love. I'd think of my children, their joyous dance through fiery skies. And of course I'd think of you, of the adventures we had, of our unlikely yet heartfelt friendship.
Ah, you my bestie, Prince.
Yes, I'd sit there, thoroughly contented, and wait for you to ascend the throne.
Bow your head and say it's been an honor traveling with him.
I know.
It really has been.
A mischievous smile.
But I do have to add, likewise.
Well then, this is, as they say, it.
Oh wow, I'm just realizing if these people were dead, I wouldn't be getting any of this conversation, so... Yay for keeping them all alive!
I never dreamed that after all this, I would be standing here with one of your kind. Let alone that I would be proud to do so.
You used to be an asshole.
I cannot imagine someone I would trust more with divinity, including myself.
Humbly bow your head. You will do your best.
Fane lays a bony hand on your shoulder, squeezing gently.
Do you know, I believe you will.
Listen, this is it. Again. And I want you to know I'm not putting up a fight, not against you. My revels are now ended. Yours are about to begin.
You're my boo.
I've had my vengeance, my life and my liberty. You helped me win them back.
Yes, I did.
And then, when you told me you loved me, all of me awoke.
So did I that night. It was something.
All I want now is for this to end. To be by your side when we wage the final battle.
Woo!
And long, long after.
Take her hand. Say it again. You love her.
I know you do. And I love you too. Now kiss me.
How is it that I can get a girlfriend in a video game, but not in real... yeah, that's not...
You kiss each other passionately, ready to face the darkest dark.
My name, bitch.
You think back on your journey here, on all you have seen, on how the Magisters hunted sorcerers who committed horrible crimes, and purged sorcerers who only tried to heal the sick. You think of how the Eternals unleashed void-woken horror on the world in an effort to reclaim it. You look at the source around you. You know that within your reach is divinity. You think of what you could do with such power. Seeing the vast quantity of source in front of you, you think you should be able to handle a couple of void-woken. You think of your personal problems. It's time to make a choice that decides the fate of Rivellon and of you.
All right.
Where do you stand?
I accept the power of divinity.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become,
As I sit
the
in fire.
Aetion lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take. Or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
Alright, now here we go. Okay, so fulfill your destiny, and as the God Woken and become the new divine. Give the source back to all the people. Release divinity into the world. When everyone is divine, no one's divine. Alright. Or allow yourself and all the world to be purged of its source. Honestly, give the source back to all the people and release divinity upon the world would be rude. I'm leaning towards that. I really am, but can I? Okay, we quick saved. All right. As we quick save to make this decision, the actual true decision that I would definitely do is give it all back. Here you go, people. Let's have fun. Well, not have fun, but you know what? Just everyone is equal. That's it. That is my choice, and I hope that was not a bad one.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the God-Woken. When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share. Everyone was now a sorcerer. And united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity. But alas, it was not to last. With many greedy for wealth, power, and position, the struggle soon began anew.
Yep.
Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued.
Hence, human.
As for me,
Yeah.
my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken failed to seal the veil. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine, in service of the King, until the day I am freed, the day the God King returns.
I mean, I did good, but I also did bad.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here, she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time. I've a lot of planning to do, now that there's not to be a new divinity.
She drums her fingers testily on her crossed arms.
All that work, all that effort tossed into the gutter like a malformed child.
Tell her the world is better off without an almighty tyrant. Say it sounds like she was only interested in helping for her benefit. Yeah. Better with the tyrant.
Say that now. Let's see how you feel when you realize the true implication of a world filled with sorcerers.
Oh yeah, no, the thing at the end there showed me, yeah.
Never mind. I'll find another way. I always do.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. And I'd have given even more to see you fulfill your destiny.
She looks you up and down.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
Alright, I'll take
Until
my leave.
next time.
Talking to everybody. Hey, Prince.
Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. A Godwoken. But what good is it to be Godwoken when Source is now a free-for-all, and there is no divinity to be had?
It feels good to be no longer Godwoken.
Don't
but
fool
free.
yourself. In the absence of a master will rise. King, God, there is still power to be had. As long as there is power, there is conflict. Source for all, it is but the dream of an idiot who will soon wake to find his wrists in shackles. In that sense, I suppose I should look upon it all as an opportunity. People crave authority. They'll beg for a sorcerer king like me.
Say you'll give the people of Rivalon the benefit of the doubt.
And I give you the assurance of disappointment.
He sighs, which seems to ease his surly countenance.
But come. We've travelled too long by one another's side to end with an argument. We'll not part on bad terms, will we?
Where are you headed?
Home. After all, I've dragons to raise. I need to teach them to be good boys and girls before they set the entire world on fire. There may be an accident or two along the way. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. I do so long to see my palace again. The Forbidden City. The scents of spices and incense. The sound of sitars in far-off rooms. To sit all day in perfumed shade and watch the white of the marble change with the journey of the sun. But above all, I long to be with Sadha. Long to finally have the time to love.
Well, I wish the best and brightest of you.
Oh, but before you go, remember how when we first met, I took you by the jaw to inspect your teeth?
That was a while ago.
A while, not ages. Had you partaken in my little questionnaire, I'd have assessed your cooking skills, fashion sense, and regard for personal hygiene. I don't think I'm stretching any hypothetical truths when I assume I'd have found you lacking in all 3 departments.
Yeah.
Still, I'm nothing if not a tolerant man who believes in individual growth. I'm sure the journey taught you much. As such, I'd like to offer you what was denied to you before. The opportunity to become my slave. What say you?
Shake your head, sigh deeply, then hit him in the nose. Roll your eyes and walk away.
But where are you going? Really? It's the lack of manners that I find so unforgivably disgraceful.
No, Prince. Oh, he's a good friend. Who's over here? Hey! Girl, hey, succubus.
A world full of sorcerers. That's quite a thing. But don't worry, darling. You're still special to me.
I hope you reformed your ways.
Reform my ways? How adorable. No, I'm afraid I cannot escape who I am and what I've done.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks forward to kiss you.
Resist her advances.
Almira pouts in disappointment, but it quickly morphs into a devilish grin.
Oh, no matter. We'll always have our first kiss. I haven't been quite able to put it out of my mind. Just as I'm sure you won't be able to put me out of your mind.
What happened to your boyfriend? Oh, they're spirit of beast. Oh, they're spirits of all the people. And I probably could have saved all of them.
Beast's spirit barely responds to you. He only sings while brushing his ghostly beard.
He says he likes it thick and long and combs it out all dilly-eye-day. He says he likes it big and strong and combs it out all dilly-eye-day. He twists and rubs and tweaks the knobs. He strokes and pokes like all the blokes.
Are you singing about your beard or your penis?
He say he'll touch it all day long and combs it out all dilly-eye-day.
I'm gonna assume it's the beard. Yeah.
Source of all, eh? Bold move, I'll grant you that. I didn't think anyone considered the little people anymore.
What do you think about it?
I don't know yet. Perhaps peace will reign and all will be equal. Or perhaps you've bestowed great power on undeserving children and turned them loose on each other. Time will tell, I'm sure.
There's all that. Ooh,
So, here we are, my darling. Sorcerers like everyone else in the realm. Bit boring to be so unexceptional all of a sudden, isn't it? Then again, I suppose they can't fit all of us in Fort Joy.
That seems like a lifetime ago.
It does, doesn't it? Good times, though. We've come to the brink and back again so many times on this adventure. I only hope what awaits the world is something more equitable. Bit more sun, bit less rain. Even though I love the rain.
What are you gonna do now?
That quite depends on you, I suppose.
She laughs, and it's music to your soul.
We want each other, after all.
Yes, we do.
We love each other, after all.
Yes, we do.
Let others play the game of gods. Love conquers even divinity.
Yes, it does. Yay. I'm curious about how to end this. I think it's the figurehead mask, but let's talk to Fane last.
Fane is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He leafs through it slowly, muttering to himself.
More books, huh?
I see. Intriguing.
He glances up at you, big, empty eye sockets taking in every detail.
Well, well, there you are. Another fine specimen of your kind. A little leaner than when we first met, and a little less divine than you'd hoped, I imagine.
It would have been nice to be divine. These things happen.
Good heavens, do they? Not too regularly, I hope.
Fane looks back down to the book. a bony finger running across the embossed leather cover.
It could have been different, you know? I could have saved them. I could have found a way.
Tell Thane you're sorry. You can't imagine what he's going through. Say that it's over. There wasn't anything else to be done. Maybe he could, but he didn't. It was them or you. I'm sorry.
No. I imagine you can't. I imagine no one can. But the cards were dealt, and my people got snake eyes. Or something. I never took the time to learn how the average Rivellonian entertained themselves.
Cards, mostly.
Then again, you are no average Rivellonian. Not after this. So, what do you think you'll do now that we live in a world of minute divines?
Taking a nice long break. You're gonna carry on the adventuring. Keep the peace. I'm gonna take a break.
I never thought I would wish for silence again after the tomb. But I rather agree. I hear there are some nice beaches in Rivellon, though. Fort Joy is probably lovely this time of year.
At least you'll have enough time to catch up on reading. Wonder if he'd like to see more of the world. Maybe you'll see more of the world.
The skeleton hefts Hubert's dog-eared encyclopedia, its weight heavy in his hands.
I've been rereading this book, looking over your history once again, poring over every detail with a new perspective, and do you know what? It's shit.
Yeah.
Thane tosses the book over his shoulder. It flutters in the air as it sails over the ship's railing and disappears with a faint splash.
If you have spent your life staring at a thing, you can write about it with knowledge. You can write about it with love. But it is almost impossible to write about it with wonder. You creatures have spent your lives trudging about this world, and you've grown blind to its miracles.
I guess you're right.
Take otters, for example. Energetic, waterproof cats, utterly beautiful creatures. Or octopuses. Did you know they're secretly octopuses? Octopi? Octopods. I shall have to look that up. Regardless, the world is filled with absolutely incredible sights. And who better to catalogue them with the awe they deserve than someone seeing them for the first time?
Can't imagine anyone better for the job. Whatever makes him Fuck. And we were having a tender, nice moment. I can't imagine anyone better for the job.
Ah, finally. You're right about something.
Thane nods curtly and turns away, notebook in hand.
Nice. And the ship, I'm assuming, is the end.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Remark that it's good to see her. Lady Ventures has been a dependable ally.
I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
Not silently. It's time to depart.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins.
Yeah.
The world was at peace, at least for now. With its significance as the seat of divinity diminished, Arx fell into decline, and within 7 generations had emptied. Few were as prepared for the new world as the lizardkin of the ancient empire. With power spread equally throughout the world, the advantage lay with those who knew how to steal it, and at this the lizards excelled. Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven kingdom prospered, until 2 years later a jealous lover stabbed her in the heart with a mutton fork. With their power returned, The elves reclaimed their lands from the Death Fog and began to rebuild. Soon they would split as two factions sought power, one to bring back the trees, the other to bring back the scions. A dwarven joke did the rounds. It ends with the punchline, "So Lucian dropped the Death Fog on them again." Only the elven Godwoken could bring the elves together once more. And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more. The island of Fort Joy, the old redoubt of the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort. Reaper's Coast prospered.
Well, that's good.
The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers had ever seen. Blood Moon Island became particularly fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops. A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy across half the world.
I wouldn't eat it. I really wouldn't.
The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood became a centre of industry, trade, and transport. Lohar the dwarf became mayor. His time in office was cut short by an unfortunate wound that spontaneously appeared on his neck.
I think I saved him, didn't I?
Lagan left his over-demanding wife and began a relationship with a local bard. In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea.
I don't know who that was. It's been so long.
The nameless isle had vanished.
Good.
Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why.
Still magic.
Millennia later, adventurers would come in search of the legendary divine city of Arx and the crypt of the great Lucian. None would pass the path of blood.
Yeah.
Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most popular actors.
Han. I remember him. We saved him and his mom.
Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her.
They just had a nice life.
With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon, and so her search continued.
I mean, you could have told me what it was.
Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again.
Yeah, good for him. All right.
With the source released to the world, Ahu the wizard spent more and more time as a cat.
Nah.
One day he decided he would not change back. With Amadia silent, the priestess Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. With more undead than ever before, she founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering them shelter from hatred and fear.
Nice. Good for her. I think I remember you.
Mordus scratched out a living, ending up as a short-order cook. After an epiphany arising from the phrase, sunny side up, he started a religion. Upon his death from food poisoning, all 3 of his followers committed suicide.
Ah!
Jehan, the demon hunter, found himself at a loose end. So, he opened a museum of demonic artifacts. After it burned down, with Jehan inside, witnesses claimed that the flames were the color of blood. As the forests grew anew and the elves were equals at last, Sahala shared elven knowledge of source with the world. But some elves disagreed and plotted against her.
Yeah, lady.
Chief amongst her opponents was Tova, Sahala's own mother.
Yeah, you had some things that weren't right.
As Source flooded Rivellon, Fane set out to record everything he could of this new world. As he travelled, he kept a socket peeled for signs of the Eternals, hoping to find the wife he'd lost. He's still looking.
I mean, good for him. Keep at it.
Sabine wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a travelling hero, celebrated wherever she went. Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free.
And I went with her. That's what I'm gonna say.
The Red Prince came home a hero. With Sada, he had more dragons. Soon, Prince became Emperor, one who would not use his dragons for conquest. His realm knew peace, and the world did not burn.
Yay!
And then there was you.
Yeah?
You returned to the world a sorcerer among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility? Only you know the truth.
I think so.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
I think I'm good. Yay. So yeah. Even though the world fell into chaos many eons later, I still did good. And that's it. We're done with Divinity 2. That's something. I will say, didn't go as long as the first Divinity, Original Sin, but I think that's probably because I didn't. I mean, this one was narrated, whereas the other one I spoke. That also, and I was just learning it, and so things were. Then I also had to redo it. Anyway, so after finally beating this, we have our review. The review of Divinity 2 Original Sin. Now this is in a couple parts here. First and foremost, the part of the game itself. Is it a good game, and should you get it? Yes, and yes. If you love the Divinity series, CRPGs, RPGs in general, things that you want to play with your friends, if you've watched this and said, I want to play this, you should get it. You should definitely get it. There are so many things that I did not do. I think I've barely even hit 1/3 of the stuff I could do. I have left a few storylines loose-ended and whatnot. And I could have also turned Rivellon into a festering void-filled cesspool. So you can probably pull that off. Yay! But yes, no, this is absolutely wonderful game. Highly recommend it. It is beautiful, and I will love to play this again. And I probably will for myself in the coming months. Because, yeah, no, this game is... I think it feels shorter than the first Divinity Original Sin, but I also think it is denser. It's not as big, but it has a lot more going for it. I think that's where that review ends. But the second part is that, which one do you pick to play? Now, this is actually a very interesting question that I had on my mind for a while now. Do you start with Divinity Original Sin 1 or 2? I want to say this is actually more of a strange, a very strange and difficult question to answer, because on the one hand, the first Divinity is actually easier than the second one. So people starting off not knowing how to play, this is one would definitely be the starting point. But then again, on the second one, you're already given pre-made characters to play with, the main storyline characters and whatnot. So if you're a new player, you'd want to pick one of those instead of creating your own character. So, based on size, one second. Basically. There's no one interesting. I had to get up and put the damn thing. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you want a much better JRPG, Jesus fuck, the phone fucks me. If you want a really, really good, a much better RPG, CRPG type game, and you're just starting off, I would say start with 2. But if you're scared of the complexity and you want an easier RPG, you want to go with Divinity 1 instead. So if you want roleplay jumping in, you go with 2 and have a whole bunch of stuff. If you want simplicity of mechanics but still a whole bunch of good stuff, you go Divinity 1. I think that's where I stand. They're both excellent games, and you wouldn't be amiss to get at either of them, personally. And I would say if you do have console, whichever console you have, you definitely should get one, if not both, the Divinities, because the replayability on console is so vast. It could last you so many years and whatnot. So yeah, definitely, I would say Divinity Original Sin 2 is a wonderful game. I'm so happy that I started it all these years ago, which then brings me to my third and final point. I don't know what to do next. This is an end of a very big era for me. I practically started the channel with Divinity Original Sin 1. I think I was playing it was one of the early series around with War of the Roses and BioShock. And I think it was after War of the Roses that I started Divinity 1. And this Divinity has been long going for the entirety of my channel. It's been non-stop Divinity. So I don't know what to do next. I think I want to reshape the channel just a tiny bit, because this long-form stuff of really big games can get very, not grindy, but wary. I think I'm going to stick to more shorter form stuff, but if more games that I find that are interesting, that are longer, pop up, I definitely will probably play them. But yeah, no, this has been an experience for me. To playing both Divinity games to completion. Not 100% completion, but storyline completion for both games. That is something. And I do not regret doing it, even though I had to redo the first one over again. And I was very close to considering redoing the second one. I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, but I was very close on doing so. So yeah, if you enjoyed this Divinity 2 Original Sin, please like, favorite, subscribe. I'm just... It's been a long, long road for Divinity and me. So hopefully, I hope you all enjoyed it. Those who have watched both this and 1, I truly am grateful that you all, some of you, not all of you, but some of you have watched. Until next time, my name has been Dark Arts. Like, favorite, subscribe, all those social stuffs. And until the next Void calamity happens, I will see you then.